To respond with further escalation, well, we're glad to be joined now by Major General Tim Cross, who served for over 30 years, including in the Balkans, where he commanded the British contingent of a NATO-led stabilisation force, which is quite the mouthful. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. There's quite an irony, isn't there, in that Russia was hoping to sort of destabilise NATO, or to at least make sure Ukraine did not become involved with NATO. And in invading Ukraine, what he's done seems to have actually bolstered NATO.
Yeah, it does. There's no doubt about that. And he badly miscalculated. And how much of that is his own personal view and how much of it is as a result of being briefed by military and other people around him, none of us will know. Putin carries a lot of baggage with him over the whole collapse of the Soviet Union and his own views on NATO and so on. And it was interesting in his speech, the Victory Day speech, that he concentrated more on NATO than on Ukraine. But there's no doubt he has badly miscalculated. And it's really quite a big sea change for Finland in particular to join NATO. Sweden has been a partner in many ways. We've also done exercises with Finland, but that is a big change. There's other countries that are still neutral, like Austria and Ireland. None of those two have made any moves, I don't think. But it's a big change, and it's definitely a post-Cold War, the end of the post-Cold War years that we've thought about over the last 20, 30 years.
One question it raises is how Putin might actually respond to this. I just wanted your insights on what you think his response will be, because it will be obviously unnerving for him and his generals that this is taking place.
Yeah, I think the bilateral that Boris Johnson signed with both Sweden and Finland recently, and remember they're not NATO members yet. It has to be agreed by all the NATO members, and Turkey is pushing back a little for all sorts of reasons. There's Kurdish refugees in Sweden in particular that Turkey doesn't like, and they may be trying to get one or two concessions before they agree to the two joining. But the security is a security agreement. It's broader than just defence. So security includes things like energy security. It includes cyber and other non-lethal attacks. So how will he respond? Well, I don't think there's any doubt he'll respond with a lot of strong language and assertions that he will do all sorts of things. I don't think he can possibly respond with any military attack on anywhere else in NATO. I mean, he's not going to move into the Baltics or indeed Finland when he's struggling so much to deal with the Ukraine. So I don't think we need to worry about a military attack. But I don't think there's any doubt he could bring economic sanctions to bear on Finland in terms of stopping moving energy through. He could bring about some cyber attacks and other non-violent and non-military use of sanctions. I don't think he is not going to do nothing. I don't think there's any doubt about that. He undoubtedly feels very strongly about it. I think he has said, in fact, the Kremlin has said that this may mean that they may deploy more tactical nuclear weapons. Again, that's a real serious issue, and I don't think he'll use them personally. But nonetheless, there'll be a lot of that sort of language.
What's Putin's